Carson, how much weight do you put into the spring game, and how do you gauge your performance?
Honestly, not a lot. I mean, it's just a glorified scrimmage. That's what it is at the end of the day. It's more for fun, you know, come out here in Sanford, play in front of the fans. Obviously, every single day we're going to go out there and compete. So I say fun, you know, competing is fun. And obviously, I don't like losing. We tied, which isn't a loss. But nah, I'd rather win. But it's all good, you know. Spring, go out there, see what the guys can do. You know, maybe try to do some things that you haven't done to see, you know, okay, maybe I can do this in a game. Maybe, you know, throw this a certain way. But go out there, try some things, and just try to have fun and compete.
I've never doubted how confident you are since the day I started talking to you. But go back to a year ago today during the spring game last year. How have things changed?
Immensely. I mean, it's way different. I'm a much different person. I've grown a lot from the person that I was last year, and it's a different situation. You know, last year I was competing for a spot in the spring game, and now, you know, coming back and being the guy, and, you know, understanding what I need to do, you know, to make this team move and go. But I wouldn't want it any other way.
And how have you seen Stockton's confidence grow?
Yeah, as he continues to get reps, I mean, we see what he's capable of. You know, he has a great arm, great athleticism, and as the mental side of the game grows, I mean, the sky's the limit for him.
Emily.
Hey guys, Matt Ryan signed a one-day deal to retire as an Atlanta Falcon. He joked it was a team-friendly deal, saying he gave them the hometown discount. But in all seriousness, you'll continue to see him on TV. He'll call games for CBS as he did this past season. He just won't be playing anymore. So after 15 seasons, 4 Pro Bowls, and 1 MVP award, he's putting up his cleats. When asked, guys, and he did laugh about this, he does believe he should be in the Hall of Fame, given his body of work. He also admits it pains him to not have won Super Bowl 51 when the Falcons blew a 28-3 lead over the Patriots. He mentioned he enjoys his TV gig, so don't expect to see him anytime soon in a different capacity with the Falcons. He said for sure he wouldn't become a coach. After a long career that saw many ups and downs, it's time to give back to his wife, Sarah, and 3 boys.
I want to thank Sarah. I would not have had the career that I had without you. And I prided myself on coming into the building every day with the same mindset and being consistent for my teammates. But I know I wasn't that for you when I came home, and you are the one person on the planet who saw how it was really every day.
And that's when Ryan got the most emotional, when he was talking about his wife, Sarah. We also got to hear from owner Arthur Blank. He told us they wrapped up their draft beating today, and he joked that back in 2008, it was easier then because they knew they were going to take Ryan at number 3 overall. Of course, the 2024 NFL draft is coming up this Thursday. The Falcons have the 8th overall pick. Reporting from Flowery Branch, Emily Gagnon, Atlanta News First. John, what was this spring about for you?
Spring for me, honestly, just get better at something each day, no matter what it was, whether it was catching, blocking, getting more into the playbook, learn a different position. Just anywhere that they needed me to be, trying to learn that position so I could be more versatile and be out there on the field at all times.
How much of a leap do you look to take this season, given the fact that you transferred last year? I mean, you obviously settled in nicely on the offense, but this year should be different for you.
Me personally, I don't really have no personal leap. As long as we as a team win and we just make strides every day, I'm okay. It's a team sport. It's not really about me. So my personal goals, I don't really have none. As long as we as a team just keep competing, keep fighting, and keep helping each other grow, that's all I care about.
What do you expect to see from Carson Beck this season? Anything different this spring that you saw? Maybe growth, anything at all?
Mainly growth, more swag. He's always had swag, but he just keep growing along with all the other quarterbacks. Like they help each other out with certain reads, certain looks. Us as a team just getting in there on the film. He walks us through plays where he wants us. Then other quarterbacks get up there and do the same thing. That way, you know, you never know what's gonna happen. You never know who's gonna be a quarterback, who's gonna be a wide out. So you got to have a connection with everybody so it's no fall off.
And Gunnar Stockton, how have you seen his confidence change?
The same way. They do the same thing throughout the film room. They call us up, ask us to play what we got, where they want us, and we just keep building that connection day in and day out. And we just hope to get better, make strides every day.
In that wide receivers room, the depth seems like it's still very much there, even though there are some guys like Lad McConkey who've left. How do you feel about that?
I just feel like guys have stepped up and they're making plays, and we're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Matt Ryan retired as an Atlanta Falcon today. He gave 15 years of his life to the NFL, 14 of them to the Falcons. 4 Pro Bowls, 1 MVP award, and a Super Bowl appearance takes a ton of dedication and sacrifice. His family felt most of it. Now, his wife Sarah and 3 boys get their dad back.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. To my sons, who are all sitting here, Marshall, Johnny, and Cal, my one wish was that I could have, played longer so that you guys would have been able to share in that experience. And more so than that, I'm excited to see what you guys are going to become.
Ryan will continue to stay close to the game as a TV analyst with CBS. Today, he talked about how much of an honor it is to be among some of the greatest players who've come through Atlanta.
Dominique or Chipper or you name the pitcher for the Braves, right? Like, there's just some unbelievable guys that have come through this city and been able to play at a high level for a long time. And just to even be mentioned, with those guys, to me, I think back of those Braves guys, they ruined my childhood growing up as a Phillies fan.
And Ryan was asked if the TV analyst in him would put him in the Hall of Fame. He immediately said yes. That's an argument people have been talking about for years, and only time will tell. We know where his vote goes. Reporting from Flowery Branch, Emily Gagnon, Atlanta News First. Carson Beck said the offensive line is the best in the country, but I would say the defensive line dominated today. What were you guys looking to do this spring, maybe you personally and the defense as a whole?
Me personally is just get better. Find that versatile role. Show my value at inside backer and outside backer. And I feel like I had a great spring. Just doing that and striving to get better throughout my time. Our D-line played their butt off today. We work as a group. As long as we work as a group, we can be as best as we can be. So.
How have you seen Carson Beck grow at all? I know he started every game last year. I don't know if there's much else we need to see from him. He very well could win the Heisman this upcoming season, and it's very early right now, but what would you say you've seen the most from him?
Right. Carson is that dude. He's just a great quarterback. He shows how sharp he is throughout the spring. He checks when we check. He always has the right answer. And him going against them this whole spring, made us better as a defense, but made him better as well because we have some talented people on our defense side.
How have you seen Gunnar Stockton's confidence grow? Hopefully.
Right. Gunnar is a great person, a great athlete, and great quarterback. He's growing, and I feel like him being in that role of sitting behind Carson, it gives him the chance to learn even more. Once his time comes, he'll be on call.